What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, mamas and papas? You're welcome to the show I like to call the Kings of Football Show, brought to you by, of course, the King of Beers, Budweiser. I am also a king, King Jimmie. I mean, it makes more sense that I say King Jimmie because I am sitting at the top of the table.
For now.
Allow me, please.
Yes.
Allow me, because I know I'm feeling the heat. That's why I'm wearing shorts. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, today is one of those very, very important days in the life of the Premier League.
Where the king turns to the peasant.
Why is this guy interrupting me? Ladies and gentlemen, I can't go around this any further. I just want to remind you guys that aside the superstars that I have in studio, next week I'm going to be having one of you guys talking about our audience coming in studio with us. How we're going to do it? Well, we're going to be telling you much more about it later on the show. But this is just letting you know that on the final episode, our special guest is you. It could be you, any one of you watching right now, listening right now. So you got to be locked right here on the Kings of Football Show. We tell you exactly how you're going to make that happen for you. And you might stand a chance to win some cash prizes. Speaking of cash prizes, we still have a lot of ways for you guys to get rewarded. So don't you worry about it. Budweiser, the King of Beers, we're here to reward. Now, speaking of reward, my reward for being a great host and one of the best in the world is I get to work with people that don't want my team to succeed. Today, I have been set up very, very, very badly so with all of my enemies. But you see, I find a friend in you because I have no friends in house. Ladies and gentlemen, let me start with the one that's closest to me, just by proximity. You understand?
We are national
You have
fans.
been hearing him already, so I don't even know.
We are national fans. Sorry.
Some of you might not know he's a Man City fan. Ladies and gentlemen, he's an award winner. He's a blockbuster. He's a walking bag. Ladies and gentlemen, that's why he's a City fan. He's a walking bag. Tobi Bakre in the house.
They go start to build me. They go start to build
They
me.
guys build you.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
They guys treat you like Man City.
Normally, I'm not about to take Jimmie's job, but if you're a national fan, this is the perfect time to get a Budweiser, have a drink, and then just think about your life situations. You can really support City and your life will be much easier. This is like, I'm being a life coach right now. Supporting Arsenal over the past decade, over like 2 decades going, it's not profitable. It's not accountable. Like, your children are going to question your life decisions. When you're advising them, they're going to ask you questions like, Daddy, in what authority are you telling me this?
What advice did you advise yourself?
You support Arsenal. You support Arsenal. It seems name that starts with let's move on. I'm here supporting City. It's going to be a great show. Guys, don't forget, there's so many things to be won. And please, we'll be happy to see one of you guys here next week. So make sure you're tuned in all through. And don't get anything missing. We're shading Arsenal today.
Wow.
I don't know about everybody else, but Arsenal, you're going down.
What just happened was, if I wasn't here, this is what will be happening. The show will be pro Man City. And they'll be shading Arsenal every day. Wow, we need to protect me. If not Arsenal, we're finished. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Biola Kazi.
Jimmie, how long?
I like as you just acted like you're just seeing him, like, oh, hi, Jimmie now.
Now, I've not been here for a bit, so yeah, hi is in order, but just enjoy the next couple of hours or so because all that I'm top of the table.
Why
and
do
all
all
that bragging,
good things come to an end?
It has
Oh,
already
wow,
come to an end.
you're using my words against me now?
But you know, the good thing is I know Jimmie, right? He's a smart guy. He knows. And he knows that we know.
So
he
that's
knows.
why it's been acting like
he's
that.
just trying to
No,
enjoy
they came and
himself.
hugged all of us. I'm just like, what's going on?
You know, every now and then will send me a message. Don't check up on me. It's still the air.
Okay.
I love you too, bro.
I love you too. And when you say, "Oh, I'm surrounded by my enemy," you're also our enemy. No love.
Imagine
But
you when
it's
they
just
claim
me
say
now.
person be your enemy. You're also somebody's.
But it's just
Because
me
you act
now.
like, "Oh, we are your enemies," or "You're a friend." No.
I'm taking care of them. What they do is I can't control it. But you,
Like, geez, yeah.
I'm still worried about you. It's because it be your own people that do you strong team. I'm still doing intro, so I'll get back to you.
I'm waiting.
But how are you though? You good? Everything nice?
Everything's good, man.
Yeah, it's always good to see you. It's been a minute.
Here, brother.
Welcome back.
Yeah, at least this time around, you're not in Rwanda. Eh? We're finishing the season
Oh,
together.
don't go there. Don't go there.
Oh, he did go there.
He did go there.
And I will join you there. This is about to be Shaq versus Shannon Sharp.
Let's start doing
Drake versus
let's start
Kendrick
doing
Lamar.
let's start doing
You
drum
already know.
rolls.
But
Drum rolls
before we
for
go
the
into it, someone that I know
drum rolls.
that is always ready to take on any challenge,
Yeah,
regardless of the time,
Yeah,
regardless of the circumstance,
Come on.
regardless of how difficult it might be for mortal
The
men.
boss.
He has risen to the pinnacle of what we like to call football today.
Yep.
African Footballer of the Year. You can't take it away. It's inside the system. The title, the Prince of Monaco. Oh my Lord, my Lord. What can I say about that? I've been to Monaco and it's not easy to be a prince in that place. You understand? Ladies and gentlemen,
Forever
being
young.
able to transition from being great on the pitch and also still be great on TV. Ladies and gentlemen, I can only say but a few words. Please welcome Victor
One.
Ikpeba.
Jimmie. You're making life difficult for me. The last time I was here,
Bros.
it wasn't around, it was in Rwanda. I won't forget.
Bro, share skincare routine now. I'll be
And
that.
Tobi, you know,
That
Tobi,
getting younger cream wey they use.
This young Tobi is making money. Oh. Great to see Tobi, because I've not seen Tobi for the last, let me say,
It's been a minute,
2019,
yeah.
about 5 years ago, you know.
Bros, imagine
And
last
great
time
to
we
be
see me,
here,
no
so-
wife, no children.
Imagine.
You don't upgrade well. Great to see you, Biola.
Thanks,
I
man.
know this is not good times for Man United fans, you know, but I can see that
But we are
Tobi
using-
identify with success. That is City, and everybody knows that.
Facts.
I have soft spot for City. No,
Facts.
this weekend is going to be the games of our lives, and whoever wins this weekend, you know, especially with this City and Arsenal battle for the title.
Yeah.
I shouldn't forget about the teams who are playing to escape relegation. So it's a weekend of our lives in football.
Right.
So can't really wait for the games to kickstart.
I mean,
12:30 p.m.
I can only imagine as a footballer,
Yeah.
you know, going into the last 2 weeks of the season, everything to play for. It's a dream situation, and you know that's one of
Rocking
those.
too.
I know,
Dramatic
right?
too. It's going to be dramatic.
Yeah,
I don't know how these
Yeah,
guys cope.
Because I know how you feel right now. I know
how you feel.
no, but you see,
I'm not talking about Man United. We know how they feel
No,
so far.
there is, let me tell you, United are 8th. So when I want to be down, I'll be like, but Jimmie was 8 now, he didn't die. Inspiration.
you know what? That's your second shot you're taking at me. So I only feel
You know what, bro?
it's right.
Jimmy was 8 twice, 2 seasons. He's standing here.
Yeah, I mentioned it. I
so going to
reminded him
Rwanda.
earlier
Do you
on.
understand? Still living his life, still hosting shows.
But in saying that, Mr. Biola, the question I want to ask you today, Victor,
Yeah.
is as a player that has been under pressure, and I mentioned it earlier on about, you know, going into the final 2 weeks of the season, the title is on the line. I mean, you've experienced that as well. Even in tournament play, you have 2 games to go, semi-final and final. I mean, just like the European Cup, recently we've seen how, you know, teams go down the wire. How you think you're almost there, but surprise, surprise, somebody that you never rated with 12% chance of getting to the final beats you. Talk to me about the pressure that the Arsenal players will feel.
For Arsenal players and City players, you know, for footballers, you know, during the week, you think more about the game, you know. And I think the team, the squad, they have been set up. It's a battle royale in the last 2 games of the season. That's how it is, you know. Who wants it more, they go out there, because for the players' mindset, it's all about the game. It's all about going out there to get the job done, you know. That puts more pressure on both Team City and Arsenal, you know. But
bros.
we know that City are used to getting better, have those runs of wins when it comes to the end of the season. So on paper, you will know that City will do the job. It looks good for City to win their 4 titles in a row.
What I found most impressive, you know, about Arsenal this season is you can see the emotional maturity in this side, is without doubt. Last season we saw them, last 8 games, we were all predicting, once it gets to April, they were going to stumble, and then the stumble started. Penalty against West Ham, Saka missed it, and that was where the season just, you know, tumbled. We haven't seen that this season. All of the tough questions that have been asked of Arsenal, they've answered. They stuttered against Crystal Palace. That could have been the cue for the stumble. They recovered very quickly. Yep. So you can see a lot of emotional maturity, in this side. And of course, there's a lot of technical quality, clearly very well coached, out of possession, like I keep saying, the best team in the league.
100%.
Recover the ball very quickly, defensively as well. I was shocked to see the PFA list of players of the year, and there was no Saliba on that list.
I mean,
without any shred of
you
doubt,
can have a
that
case
young
for
man
Gabriel
is the
not
best
being
defender.
there, but
Saliba is the best defender in the entire league.
hands
without
down.
a doubt.
And I remember when Van Dijk was playing in this current form,
Absolutely.
he was instantly moved into the top
I think
three.
I agree with if Saliba is not there, it's unfair. If Van Dijk is
Shouldn't be
it's
there.
a little bit
I mean,
shocking.
absolutely.
I don't know how these guys put this.
You know,
Even
so
the
there's-
selection of the young
sometime.
players as well.
Yes.
They're 24-year-olds,
Yeah.
they're mature
Yeah.
men that have
I-
won the award back to
Yeah.
back.
And
So it's a bit dodgy.
like I always say to people, sometimes you can get a sense of who the best team has been across the season by how well some individual players have played. Almost all the Arsenal players this season has been their most outstanding season. Saka has got 20 goals. Odegaard is playing like clearly one of the best midfielders in the world. Saliba clearly heads and shoulders above everybody.
Kai Havertz looks like
Defensively,
he's
Kai
been
Havertz,
the best
Declan
centre-forward
Rice.
ever.
It's been a very long time since a player being signed for £100 million look cheap.
Look cheap.
Declan Rice has managed it. Like literally everybody that I buy for £100 million, you probably give them about a year and they'll be like, oh, it's not looking bad. Hopefully next season. This guy makes it look like if you didn't buy me, then
But
you'd
for
be paying
Jude Bellingham,
Yeah,
they're the only two people that I know that have actually been able to reward that.
absolutely. I think that Arsenal will
In-
never have
in
a better
football.
chance. They
Yeah,
will never have a better
better
chance. Mr. Tobi.
City,
Mm-hmm.
there's no bigger bully in football than Manchester City.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going in as a bully or are you skeptical that anything can happen?
There's a lot that happens on the pitch, like we all know, in terms of the fans, the just energy, and then we don't regard that these things actually affect the players. It does. So like on the pitch, you can see the move, the drive of the Man City players.
Yeah, machine.
You can see where their head is at. You can just it's something in the mind, but you can see it play in person. So that's why I walk with full confidence that there's no way in 2024
Wow.
that Man City is bottling the cup. Nah, it's ours.
Supreme confidence. I'm just here like,
you
wow.
guys are talking about
confidence.
Jimmy, you wish you were Toby, right?
Yeah, because like they're giving, I'm just saying
I
Arsenal.
mean, I could say the same, but I can't control what he does.
Yes,
What you
Toby,
telling me?
Toby, you're making Jimmie feel.
No, he shouldn't be here right now, bro.
I'm
We
not
should be
facing
sending
you, I'm facing
we should be
myself.
sending him self-care package. Like when you're at home, let's send him flowers.
No, but what I
send
know,
him-
what I know is that
Toby,
knowing
the way
Jimmy,
you are
knowing
Ginger
Jimmy,
City,
knowing Jimmy,
Jimmy,
Bros, the way City play last week, bros.
I
My
know.
energy
I enjoyed it.
The
Even
stadium
myself-
was
even
nobody
myself, I
sat
dey
down.
shake right.
Nobody sat down. The whole stadium was erupt. There was energy, and trust me, those fans will travel to anywhere in
Let me
England
say- let me
to
say
watch Man
this.
City play. And guess what? Man City will not lose because these people are behind them, and they have.
Such an unfair
Sorry,
situation.
let me hear you say Erling Haaland.
Oh,
We all
man.
pronounce it differently. Let me just say
Erling Haaland.
God bless you.
No, so you see the
That's
situation
make
here.
that your role model.
If you're watching this at home, I need the 2 shots so you can so you can see what's going on right now. If you're watching at home right now, this man is Manchester City.
Thank you.
I am
I know we're
Arsenal.
blue. Oh, okay.
Guys,
Guys,
yeah.
guys, you can see the sky blue. Repping.
Now the situation is this: I'm the host of the show,
Yes.
right?
Yadi Baba.
I'm the host. Now me get the
show.
Now me they lead this the way. Yeah. I'm the one on top of the table as well as an Arsenal fan. But this guy is a guest on the show. 1, 2,
he's second.
he's second on the table. But I cannot interrupt him when he's speaking. This is so unfair to a man in my position.
Bro, I promise.
How can you be on top but it's just a
in the
mirage?
next 2 days, if you're still on top, I will empty my account balance for you.
Ah, really?
Yes.
I better not go that side.
We are still on 2 shots. Well,
Yes.
no, don't put those people before they say for hearing they want to collect from
No,
their-
we have already heard.
No,
we have already heard.
Hey,
But
hey,
see,
hey,
if you're
hey,
not on top,
hey.
I don't even want to.
It's been lonely.
Which of
having
the
job.
account you go empty? It depends.
Hey, it depends. But me, I don't know what I want.
Jimmy, please.
But I'm
one
always
question.
objective.
Ask Biola,
Yeah.
who will he prefer to be champions of
Who?
England
Oh,
this year?
Biola,
City or Arsenal?
City.
City.
Ah,
Thank
oh,
you.
yeah.
Thank
4
thank
times in a row.
Thank you.
I don't mind.
In your,
With one
let's go to
150
X
charges.
place now. Who's open to talk to me? Let's put these people in their place.
If Arsenal win the title for United, I'm finished.
That's your own.
All right, let's get to our X space right now. We got a number of people. Belgium, I see you, and I know you want to, get back at some of the rhetoric that's been thrown out in the studio. Nigerian Scout said, "I'm going to wait for you to be third because you don't have a horse in the race." You understand? Any Liverpool fan should not be talking where Arsenal and Man City are talking. You understand? So I'll come to you last. But first off, additional, talk to me.
Jimmie, you know your family, boy. You've lost the race already.
First rub in chest. Before I shoot you, take.
No, let's be honest, yeah. Man City is playing London clubs back to back, right? As a matter of fact, the major competition is most likely Tottenham. Now, a Tottenham player that even scores an own goal in that match becomes an instant club hero.
I've never heard that before.
Which kind of reverse thinking?
What?
Moving on quickly. Belgium, you had your hand up. He's all the way in. Where are you at, actually? Are you in London?
Yes, man. I'm in London, bro. I live in London.
He's actually in London.
He had to put the bruv there. I'm in London, bro.
That's enough, fam.
That's the evidence. That's the evidence.
He's one of our regulars. And to be honest, if you were in Lagos, you'd probably be one of those that would stand a huge chance of joining us in studio for the final show on the final day of the season. But unfortunately, you're out there in London. But fortunately for us, you have the pulse of the situation at hand. So I do know that obviously London is red, but here comes Manchester City. Will the Arsenal feel pressure and slip up?
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, my people, my Arsenal fans, and thank you for having me on, bro. And do you know what? Listen, people, earlier when I was listening to one of your speakers, and he was saying, listen, City is not going to drop any point. And sometimes in my fan comes, I always say, listen, people, this narrative that City is not going to drop any point. Of course, it will happen. This season, Arsenal, we're on a mission. Everybody should say, oh, yeah, we receive it. All Arsenal fans, we're on a mission this season. We're 2 points clear of Man City.
It depends.
That's it.
I mean, if they slip
Listen,
1 point.
if they slip up.
Well, just 1 point. And the thing is that, for me, Tottenham, they got their last home game against City. And come on, man, even Tottenham, I know that they're not good enough. Are you telling me that
I love that. They're not good enough.
They'll just fold their arms and just let City beat them? That's the last home game of the season.
Don't rely on Tottenham. They've lost their last one.
Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you 100%. All right, here's the super sub question. I don't know. There's so much pressure. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Now, Tobi presence.
You guys they feel the heat. How you going to slide in the time Man City go lose? You didn't want me. You dey talk with confidence.
Yeah,
let
me do my job.
Man City is going to win.
Let me do my job.
Man City.
Enough fit.
Man City boy. All right, here's a super sub question. I hope you're all listening. X-Space is loving Tobi. Why wouldn't you love Tobi? Super sub. Get away. Super sub question is: Olaino made his Premier League debut for Chelsea in the 2016-2017 season. Who did he come in for as an 82nd minute substitute? A. Cesar Azpilicueta. B. Marcus Alonso. C. Victor Moses. Terms and conditions apply. All entries must have that hashtag Budweiser Kings of Football Show as well as the hashtag KOF Super Sub. Winners will be chosen at random. Here's a chance of winning 50,000 Naira as one of our winners. Please be reminded you do have opportunities to win on our predictor platform. That is, of course, when you do predict the winner of matches being played at a specific week. We've been doing this all season long, and we're just 1 week away from announcing the person that will win. I think we're even very close to it. Whoever is at the top of the leaderboard now should already know, unless it's as close as Arsenal, Man City, then, But we'll publish that out by next week. We'll let you know who exactly is the winner on our leaderboard. That winner will be going home with 1 million Naira.
Wow.
Yep. Second place will take home 500,000 and then 250,000 for third place. All right, let's move on to City again. I mean, City are taking on Spurs. Spurs abysmal, disgraceful, embarrassing. I can't even say more about how terrible and how badly I feel about that team. They're very, very... Tottenham. They're playing their last game at home.
Yeah.
Beautiful
Yeah.
stadium.
City
That's what
win.
everybody says whenever Tottenham is playing at
City
home.
win.
But
The
City,
first accolade is beautiful stadium.
City win.
But the bottom line will be
City win.
but City have always struggled against Spurs. I've been amazed when I look
At the results in recent times.
recent times how they've struggled to go to Spurs to pick games.
So
it's
it
not like
can't-
it's
it
not like
cannot
they
be
it's not like they
discounted.
play badly. They are
Yeah.
4 points behind Villa, and if they will want to have a win against City and close the gap on Villa.
I think that is.
So there's a lot to play for within Spurs and Villa.
So what's
I
your
think that was
prediction?
gonna happen.
Spurs,
For that
Spurs
position?
Man City, what's your prediction?
Because I think City is not in that championship groove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've been there before. They've been doing it from season to season.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what Spurs set up against City. They will go there and pick. They will pick maximum points.
Spurs
It
had-
will be difficult, but they will
So
pick
your
maximum
prediction
points.
is?
Yeah, 0-1 for City. No. It will be
0-1
a
for
very
City.
close tie. Yeah.
What's your prediction?
3-0 City.
3-0
I think it
City.
will be a very comfortable win.
Now 0-1.
Spurs, like I
Tobi,
said,
how many won? 0-2,
Spurs-
0-3.
Spurs are on
What's
the
your
beach.
prediction? What did you say was your prediction?
3-0
3-0
3-0
City.
For City.
What's your
Yeah.
prediction,
Man City
Toby?
4-0
Ah.
or 7-1.
Man City 4-0 or
Or
7-1.
7-1.
Yeah?
Tobi, to be tough. But
Okay, let's
we
give
will
it.
win.
Let's
No,
give
sir, the energy they are playing. No, realistically, I'm just saying like the energy the team is playing with at the end of the season. You know, there's fatigue. Everything has come to play. Injuries, all the excuses.
But critically,
Arsenal-
City are out of Europe, and so they
Yeah,
are
no.
well rested
Ooh,
now.
ooh.
City.
Yeah, but and
Out
Toby,
of Europe.
one thing you shouldn't forget: the one team every team club side want to beat in the English Premier League now is City. It doesn't matter whenever
Yeah,
one team
that's-
is involved
that's
in
it.
Europe
They-
or not involved in Europe.
can-
Everybody wants to be the
Sir,
defending
But most people are
champions.
not
Sir,
successful.
prediction. Now it turn to analysis.
No, make nobody just
It's okay.
put. Don't say
No,
Man City
your
is
prediction
losing.
is
Nobody says Man City
4-0.
is losing. No.
So Man City is winning the cup. Are we all agreed? Are we all aligned?
no. Now
I agree with you.
I agree with you. God bless you, sir. You? Sorry, you?
He agreed with
No,
you. He
no,
agreed
no,
with
no.
Man City is not winning the
Man
league.
City is no. You. I'll come back to you. We'll have a separate show for this. Man City is winning.
We
Yes,
might
no,
as well
about
at
the
this rate. You have 4-0
But
or
please
7-1.
send me your Arsenal jersey when you leave us
Pick
now.
ones.
I want to
4-0
do
or
content
7-1.
with
you.
you.
Toby pick one. Toby pick one.
7-1, Abi.
4-0.
4-0.
4-0 because they are away. Abi. 4-0. Okay. Another match you're predicting. I'll start with you.
Better.
Manchester United versus Newcastle.
Sorry, I don't know those teams.
So predict. Just give me a prediction.
I feel like realistically, not playing. Man U will win that match.
Man U Newcastle.
Yeah, 2-1.
2-1 to
Yeah, because
Manchester
they
United.
will also, their defense is not so strong, so they'll concede. But the energy just to give the home fans like a bit of a
Yeah, back in the day, Manchester United Newcastle was always a big fixture, but you know it's really not that anymore. What's your prediction, Manchester United Newcastle?
I think Newcastle will battle. They will beat Man United at Old Trafford.
So your prediction is
Newcastle to win 2-0.
Yeah, you see?
Newcastle to win 2-0.
Yeah,
Or
they're playing
2-1,
very well.
yeah.
They are scoring a lot of goals.
Okay, and last but not least, Toby, I'm coming back to you again to start off again before you jump into another analysis.
Paralysis.
Brighton,
I have Wala for everybody. as a
Brighton
massive-
versus
Now, good
Chelsea.
wahala.
Now Chelsea obviously are looking to get into Europe, so they have a lot to play for. What's your prediction, Brighton versus
Yeah,
Chelsea?
just putting that out there. I was formerly a Chelsea supporter.
We know. We've
All
seen your
City
jerseys
fans were supporting somebody else.
before.
There's no real.
There's somewhere you are coming from.
We like money.
You were not there with Sean Gota now. Let's leave it.
So Chelsea and who? Brighton.
Yeah.
Brighton is one of those teams I feel like internally they have it going for them.
Yeah.
So
They're 11th on the table.
If I would be more scared if Man City was facing a Brighton than facing an Arsenal.
Oh,
or
City
a Man
faced
U.
Brighton a couple of weeks ago. It was a battering.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like,
But Chelsea have only won once in their last 5 games against Brighton.
But Chelsea have started playing really, really well towards the end of the season. It's a different Chelsea team right now. It's a completely different Chelsea
But
team.
that would be a good big test for
be
Chelsea.
Brighton's last game
that's
of the
a test.
season
So
at home.
me, I will still pick on Brighton. A 2-1 or a 1-0. It's
Victory
not
for Brighton?
Yeah, for Brighton.
I think I'll go for a Chelsea win.
A Chelsea win for you?
Yeah, I think that Chelsea have motivation now. They can finish in that 7th place ahead of Manchester United. And I think that the way their season has gone, if they finish 7th, it will represent some measure of success. Like I said, they've started playing really well. Some of their build-up play fantastic. Some of the goals they are scoring really good. They have Cole Palmer, who is playing out of his skin. I think that. And also, Brighton are completely decimated by injuries. Like Toby, they are already safe. They are 11th place. They're not going to get relegated. They're not going to get into Europe. So their season is sealed to that extent. I think that there's just a bit too much on Chelsea's side for Brighton to stop. So I'll go for a narrow Chelsea win.
Which would be a 1-0 win,
2-1 type-ish.
All right.
I
what's
go the
your
other way. I think Brighton, with this style of football, they have pace up front. they have their own issues this
Yeah,
season.
of
Being
course.
involved
Injuries, yeah.
in
It's not
Europe
been as balanced
and
as it was
yeah,
last
so
year.
I think I personally at Brighton we beat Chelsea.
Mm.
I don't see. I don't know.
I want to
don't have
ask a question about
yeah.
Brighton as well, because obviously we all watched them last season. Do you think they've missed Caicedo this season? Obviously, there was a lot of talk about him going to Chelsea.
Yeah.
But do you think from the Brighton end, do you think they've missed him?
No. I think
Because obviously their form this year compared to last year.
They don't have the depth. Depth in football is very important when
Matters,
you have
very
yes.
key.
So they were involved in Europe, which was great for this small club.
Yeah.
They've overachieved
Yeah.
to get there, and they suffered from their injuries right and there. So they lacked that spark in recent months. They lost a lot of games, but they're back to winning ways.
Yeah.
They play good football. One of the teams that play really good football. You give credit to the manager. I just feel that they might just beat Chelsea. I don't know, man. I just feel that
it's a fair
Brighton
point.
will
It's a
do
fair
that.
point.
2-1 for Brighton.
Anyways, I got a question that I would like everyone to chime in on this. I had two questions, but I'm gonna choose the one I feel is more appropriate. What's the funniest thing you've ever done in order to watch a game?
You don't want to know.
No,
You don't
I
wanna
need to know what is the extent. What is the craziest thing you've done
To watch a football
to
game.
watch a football game?
1999, United versus Bayern.
Oh wow!
Champions
United
League-
versus
Bayern.
Wow. Yeah,
Champions League final.
25 years ago, man.
Oh.
Champions League final. I was a kid.
Okay.
Oh.
And you were desperate to
I
see
was
that
watching
final.
the game at home. 4 minutes into the game,
Pew,
light goes off.
Nepa, no man.
I go downstairs, try to put the generator 2-3 times. It wasn't working.
Yeah.
Pop on the street, started running off because I can't go up and go and tell my mom. So I had to disappear.
So what would be your? I mean, as a footballer, I don't think there are too many things you could do to be
Not to
watch a-
stress up.
Yeah,
to
go see a
game.
game. I mean,
No,
but what would you say has been the most difficult thing you've had to do to watch a game?
Not at all. I think when I want to see a particular game of good game in Champions League or the Super Eagles playing, if I'm a little bit late, I take my time. Maybe follow it on radio.
Yeah.
Or now we now have the gadget. In the good old days, we don't have gadgets.
Facts.
To follow the live score and all the other
And
stuff.
in those days, you were the one that we were
play,
watching
yeah.
anyway. So I mean,
I'm not really bothered nowadays. I
you
just
shouldn't
take
be.
my time.
I shouldn't even
and,
be asking you the questions. Sir.
Yeah. So
Tobi,
yes. Why are you worried about me?
I know your history.
No, my own is actually recent.
Recently,
Yeah, very recent.
what is it blow?
Yeah. So like I sticked.
And it's just taking stories.
Honesty is virtue. So like I
But
staked.
all your stories starts with I staked.
No, because like I can't love football so much, be following football and not be profiting from it. It has to be more than
Wow.
emotional
I
for
feel
me.
you.
If I
you.
can, I might
stay
as well.
on topic.
Like all of the things you've said, all of the things we've discussed here, I'm going to do an Excel
Oh, my
sheet
Lord.
and I'm going to factor some things in.
Yeah.
And if outcome is income, you hear from
Last
me.
week wasn't profitable for you though.
No, the last one was
so funniest, you staked. Carry on.
Yeah, so like I staked and then like on the flights there was no like I connected to the Wi-Fi. I must know the end. I can't land and now find
now
out
be
the I have
looking
to
for
be
the
following
results.
to every yellow card, I'm
Wow.
following.
It's rare for me to even connect to flights Wi-Fi because I'm never. But you're so focused on it that you
Never stick now. Why?
Still- what?
And they ended in premium tiers.
Wow, premium tiers.
Premium.
Welcome to the Mile High Club.
I used to that. I'm not.
You rather cry in business class than
Nah, I just say like him, Arsenal man, they
Oh
don't
my
give
Lord.
It
up.
shows how passionate to be.
for sure. For
Both
me,
business side
Yeah.
and the other side.
Anyway.
For me, it was Champions League final, Arsenal, Barcelona.
Oh, that one time, right?
yeah, the one time we
The
ever
one- the
smelled.
only- okay, I was just-
So you can imagine how emotional.
And
it
I don't
was.
smell plenty things.
So basically, that
And I still
game,
smell like this is
that game, I was, and Barcelona has a huge following in Nigeria as well.
Yeah.
So
Not as big as Arsenal though.
no, not as big.
Yeah.
But
In the
at the
Arsenal like
time,
the-
no. But remember,
In the good old days. In the good old days.
No. Arsenal have always
No,
been the
but
largest.
hold on.
In any collection, you have losers are always more than
100%,
winners.
Nigerians are
100%.
attracted
And that
to
that lends to the story itself.
Don't get bad man too.
Arsenal as a team that I was watching.
Don't say it again.
So the game
Jimmie,
is
you're
up.
able to talk.
I know here. I guess selective memory.
I can't hold my mouth.
I guess selective
I
memory.
can't hold my
I know
mouth.
they hear all this kind
No
of
best,
things.
no.
No, I go best for what I know here.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't tell me. If you tell me now,
I
you
don't
talk.
tell you, you know my brother. I don't
If you
tell
tell me
you.
now, you talk. Don't tell me.
I don't tell you.
So now at the watch match, Arsenal is leading. So Campbell has scored. We're
Yes,
down
I
10
saw the
men.
game. So
And then they take lights as usual. Now I'm watching with a pro Arsenal crowd at a sports bar that I worked in. I was a bartender or a snooker table attendant at the time. So I run out to Sports Shack, go to Delta Kitchen. Delta Kitchen is pro Barcelona. So I get there and I'm like, Arsenal the lead.
It was
I
like,
should not have done that.
like what's wrong with this
Because I
one?
totally forgot I was not in my home. I was in their space.
Yeah.
And Barcelona now did what they did. I lost that game. I regret every moment of that because I cried in the presence of my enemies.
And they jubilated.
It's done, and so is this show. Ladies
It's
and
almost as though
gentlemen,
he's tempting fate.
I want to say thank you to
Say Man City.
I want to say
Say Man
thank
City,
you
say
to
Liana.
African Footballer of the Year, of course, the Prince of Monaco. Thank you so much, your
Thank
Royal
you.
Royal Highness, for joining us
Thank you
today.
for having me.
Yes.
Thank you.
Hey,
for
bros,
being back.
specialist.
Thank you for. I've not seen Toby for ages, so.
Bros, I don't
I
miss
know,
you.
right?
I
Bros,
miss you too.
you guys should tell bros to share skincare routine. When we young, we they look old. Now we don't. Now they gonna look.
Nah,
Bros,
God.
Last,
Great to be here.
Not only
Great
God,
to be.
not only
and
God,
supporting
we
the
all
right
have to-
teams. So
Yeah,
yes,
we
you're
got
Man
to help,
City fans. God
Man U.
bless
We
you.
love good football.
We love good football.
Final
we
word
love
from
great
you,
football.
Biola Kizim.
I mean, really good end to the season. You know, not bad to see my Arsenal friends keeping hope alive for many years. You guys are not in this position. So enjoy while it lasts. It ends next week. City champions, Arsenal in second place.
Please clip this and then we'll use it for next week.
When you
When
are
it's
big,
not over.
Yeah, big, I beg.
Tiger no need tell you saying be
I
Tiger.
beg,
Angels be Tiger.
Toby, last
I
word.
know,
And
no.
let it be the last
But
word.
why are you treating me like
No, I
that?
love you, bro.
Why are you treating me like that?
I love Toby so
See that?
much.
It
And
never-
he gets away with it every
Never
time.
let anybody hold your story. Like it's your story.
Tell him.
Tell your story.
You know how long I've been supporting Man City?
Maybe your
Toby
story,
started winning.
my story
Oh.
might be like his story.
Maybe like what, 3 years ago?
Do you know?
It's a long time.
No,
Yeah.
actually, like 1 year.
Final
To be
word, Toby.
audio.
Thanks for having you on the show.
Thank you
Yes.
guys, the audience. You guys are the reason we're here. Really amazing show, and the best beer is bringing us here. Budweiser.
wow, that's true.
It's wonderful to be chatting with like football professionals. Like I dabbled into it, but like now because of the things I do, I'm not a professional, so I cannot be here. But like facts only. Man City is going to win the league, so take that or use with that information whatever you want to do. Arsenal and Man U are not going to smell the league in the next 5 years. Take with that news whatever you want to do. It's just facts. I'm just
Last
saying
words. You know they're going to cut that part out.
Yeah, it's last words, and that's
That's
why I'm
what I
making it.
want.
That's why I'm making it
Last
potent.
paragraph.
Just know that they laugh like this too that time. Thanks for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. I do love all the contribution from our X Space, and we will be rewarding as promised. Remember, next week we'll be having an in-studio guest, bringing him out of the audience and into the studio to give their own
I'm
thoughts
looking forward to
and
that.
stand a chance to also win something or some things from the King of Beers. Budweiser, the world is yours to take, as always. So take this with you.
Oh, yeah,
What's in
Man City. Oh, yeah.